Hello, guys. Uh, Happy November. Long time no talk. Look at this place. This is first video with the new phone. It's also going to be my first actual YouTube video upload, too. Handy hippie. So, back by popular demand. Today we're going to talk about negative self-talk, rumination. Been going through a lot lately. Not bad, just a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to turn this camera around just so you guys see how freaking awesome it is out here. I'm on a dry lake bed in the Mojave off of Zizix Road. Small drive away. Actually not supposed to drive vehicles on here. People do. It's really, really, really shitty. Parts of this is a fragile ecosystem. There's a few out here, this being one of them. And again, you can get stuck out here. See, people have to dig themselves out. It can get really deep. You can hear, like, when I'm walking on, it's kind of dry, but as you can see, it's there's underground water. So that's what this was too. I'm sure people hanging out here and they dig down. Look at tracks. It's, I don't think it's deer. I think it's rams all over. Anywho, rumination. Why you shouldn't bad self-talk. Getting down on yourself or others. It's a hard practice, but what I've been trying to do is not to talk negatively about one, myself, and two, other people, and trying to make it a point to just keep it positive, an old school thing. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all, kind of thing. And especially with today's political climate, I think we can all kind of benefit from that. Also, my daily life, I guess, trying to talk less and listen more. I've been tossing around the idea of a vow of silence. More tracks. And I don't know if I could do that because I need to talk to my daughter. I wouldn't be able to be really hard to explain that to her. So the next best thing is just trying to talk less and listen more. Again, something I do struggle with myself. But anything worth getting is hard to get. You have to, especially self-improvement is tough. It's a dirty fucking business. Especially with, again, as I mentioned before in other videos, growing up in a semi-traumatic way, you get left with these broken tools. And with these broken tools, you have to create, a life. For my case and a lot of other people's cases that I know, you have to create a life for your kids. And what I've found is a lot of that stuff doesn't come up until you have a kid, until you get in a serious relationship, and then all of a sudden it's really prevalent that you have broken tools, and that's when it really comes into self-improvement and real inventory. It's what a psychiatrist would say, or a therapist would say, taking inventory of yourself and what's going on, and your broken pieces, your broken tools, identifying it and then going after it. And it's never it's not gonna just happen like that. And even I'm finding that out myself. It doesn't, it takes work, and it's fucking dirty, but it's worth it. And that's another reason why I do these videos, is to let you guys know that you're not alone, and even for myself, and I've said this before, is I also realize from the feedback that I get that I'm not alone either, and it's cool, that's progress. I think it is a lot easier when you feel like you're doing this with other people, when you realize that you're not alone, in all these struggles. And we do share a lot of the traumatic experiences, even though we don't talk about it, because again, it's it doesn't come up until it's fuck, I have a kid now, and now I realize my upbringing matters so much, because again, you pass on what you know, and if what you know isn't conducive to proper, listen to this, if what you know isn't conducive to proper self-growth, or just bolstering up yourself and others and your kids, then that is a broken tool. Like we're meant to put here for like our natural state is supposed to be happiness, and I truly feel, some may not agree, I truly feel like we are herd animals in a way, and we're supposed to help each other. Like if anybody's like me, you know that like helping people does feel good. Sometimes it's hard, but at the end of the day it feels great. Like it's an accomplishment, and being able to like have a spot to help somebody, it should be an honor, so not to get too far off topic, self-rumination, getting back to the point, like it's a dirty business and it's hard, but it's always worth it. And rumination's one of the things that kind of goes against it. You don't want to self-ruminate as like, again, negative self-talk or just constantly building up stories in your head, assumptions and putting those together and really like giving them validity, validating those ideas, which could be completely like made up. And what I've read before too, I'm actually in mud now. What I've read before too is that your brain doesn't know the difference between an experience and like a long processed thought. I.e. like you can change yourself and change your whole mindset just by like thinking about things too much and creating this idea in your head that your brain doesn't know the difference between if you experienced it or it really happened or it didn't, a thought. So that's just something to take into account. I'm trying to it's getting really deep now. Does it dry out a little bit or does it get worse? It seems like there's like a low spot right there and one over there. Oh yeah, I gotta get out of here. We'll walk back that way. It's not working. Anywho, yeah, so just keep positive about life and what you're going through, and like try not to talk so bad about yourself and what's going on in your life, you know what I mean? Like really try to be more positive about what's going on, even for me, letting stuff go and like trying to move on, it's really hard sometimes, and it's like that's the things that I have to deal with, that I was grown up with, is like dwelling on stuff, dwelling on the past and like what I'm missing and what I can do better, and rather than like focusing on what I'm doing now and the things I am doing good now and the progress I have made. One of the things, my brother-in-law Anthony has taught me, like, or showed me at least, is through like talking about it, is like, dude, think back where you were last year compared to now, and like I think a lot of us hopefully can say that we've made a lot of progress, at least I hope. I know I have. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but at the end of the day, I really know that I have. Pretty sure this is some mountain goat poop. I thought that was interesting. Next to a fucking bottle that I'm actually going to take with me because it's trash and it shouldn't be out here. That's gross. Trashy people leave their trash out. That's it. Like, it's like, I get passionate about things, and this is one of the things I hate. I hate like people that just throw their trash out like that. This is where the stuff ends up, and in beautiful places like this. So, and I know, I don't know if you can see the freeways over there. It's not that far away. It's probably about 1.5 miles. It's just, it sucks. That's all. Again, like side rant. Don't leave your trash out. Pick up your trash. That's gross. Especially, like I said, it's cool out here. You can see the tracks. If you're allowed to hike out here, you're supposed to actually be able to take it in. I know they actually do tours through here too, through like the better months. The National Park Service actually sets up like areas, and they'll do like these tours and show you like the geology and stuff like that, and how this all came to be. My feet are kind of wet and muddy. I don't care too much. Kind of sucks, I have to clean them. Luckily, I got the truck over there to clean it. Anywho, back to it. Keep it up, guys. No negative self-talk, and that's it. Keep it positive for yourself and others. Really try to work at it. And again, like I was saying before, it's a dirty process, but worth it. it's going to be hard, even for me. Like I said, I still struggle, and I get frustrated with people, and I yell still, and I'm trying to change those things about myself, and I am making progress, though sometimes it doesn't feel like it. I know I truly am making progress and really making moves to a better life, and a better time for, not only being with my daughter, obviously yourself first, to make it better for people. So that's where that real work starts. All right. Nice little hike to show you guys what I was looking for. Nice little tiny oasis. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lake bed. It's really nice out here right now. It feels like 70, 78 degrees, low humidity, nice little breeze across the entire valley. It's fucking beautiful out here. I'm gonna bring my family back out here. It's nice. Anywho, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I hope it's a beautiful week. I'm gonna keep up. I'm gonna try my best to keep up more. I know I've slacked off a few times here and there, but I would like to try a little bit harder to keep up, especially with these YouTube videos now that I have. I could take a little bit more time and keep them around, So something for me to look back on too. Again, start documenting your progress. Yeah, that's all I have for you today. So get at this week. Again, don't be afraid to take steps to improve yourself, man. It's hard, but again, worth it, man. Those changes, they're real, and those are like some of the best rewards you can get. Even though it's not tangible, you can't touch it. It's the most effective and prolific parts of your life, yourself and your attitude on life and others. Change your perception, So, again, have a good time. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.